Hey, it's a lot of bangers on this track list. Got some new tracks mixed in too, but a lot of classic Gunn tracks. Let's get into it.
So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legendary Westside.
Hallowed be thy name. Are you really ready for
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man.
My name goes.
This intro is insane. I ain't even being dramatic. Just as far as pure intros, that might be the craziest. That beat was ridiculous. The scratching was ridiculous. I thought we were going to get this little jazzy vibe with a little laid-back horns in the beginning sample, and then Green Lantern just flipped it on his head. I was tough. This is Fish Freestyle.
Hey yo, me and Green in the Bay Campbell Lamborghini. So many chains on, I can barely breathe. 1 brick, 2 brick, 3 brick, 4. Backing all night till my fingers. Hey yo, all of this shit, rock him all over. You barely getting by cause your coke filled with soda. Visions of bacon right around the new drops, yo. Fillets washed out by the rose. He out to get no way.
Yo,
he
is
had to snitch,
slow
he got
then.
knocked with the whole thing. Singing like Maxwell.
Yeah, that song's nice. The production on that thing was tough. I love that sample with how textured it was. You had those muddy horns, a grainy piano, the guitar licks, then the boom bap drums bringing everything together. Rock with the verse on Westside Gunn. He really floated through that verse. Played mostly with a little 2-syllable rhyme scheme. I really like when he got into that prison storytelling. And they talking about a dude just got out, found out he was singing like Maxwell. Tough. This is looking like the greatest with Benny the Butcher.
It's the Fly God himself.
Love the aesthetic of this mixtape so far. The drums really setting the tone. Where did he find his piano sample?
Can see that I'm rich. Ran through every brick from the first to the fifth. And yo, I had the Mac up in Max Fields. Gave the chauffeur a gat, it's that real.
Word, I'ma make sure they all pay. Counted by hand, shit take all day.
Said my niggas using core links, hold your head. Remember Machine Gunz used to piss in the bed.
Bulldog, rubber handle, hollow tips barking at the round table, having crab combos with bosses. It's me, nigga, the fifth sparking, slick talking, brick tosser, dirty money stashed in the dishwasher. Ex-con soft pushers trying to dodge booking. The fiends outside the trap can smell the raw cooking. Taking so the signals never cross between us, cause it seemed like a lot of shit lost its
Like the
meaning.
flow switch up.
Hey bees, I don't C's and niggas that's neutral. Learn when you keep it real that most niggas salute you. Some shake your hands, turn around.
Bro, he
send
is
niggas
talking
to shoot
right
you.
now.
Spin the block.
He is
Rubens
talking.
pointed out an all black Azuzu. Fuck.
Bro, that's a tough song. The beat by Derringer was fire. I like Westside Gunn's verse. I also like how he incorporated Conway just for one bar, gave it that Hall and Nash type feel. But Benny, that nigga was barking. Benny was barking on that track. The street talk was just on another level. It was just quotable after quotable and all within some really crisp rhyme schemes. He played mostly with a 3-syllable rhyme pattern and he mixed a little 4-syllable rhyme pattern in there. He had a little flow switch up in the middle of his verse. Also, man, the delivery was on point too. Really emphatic delivery. The nigga sounded angry on that track. But yeah, that was a sick verse to go over, sick instrumental. This is Rayful's plug.
Hey yo, Don Perry on pissing. Panamera pineapple with the apple ceiling. That's fruits of our labor, right?
That's a sick line. That's
Flipping
my
on
favorite
my
line.
air like Alex Anklin, true. Style spectacular, yes. Jury got me all fresh. Actually, I'm the best. Not an S on my chest. So
I
a
like
vest
this
on my
flow right
chest.
here.
I had to make flies on. You couldn't step in my check. So here we go, yo.
Murder was the case that they gave me. I killed the hermest or somebody say.
So here we go, yo.
Alright, Rayful's plug, that's a classic Gunn track. I'm not as high on that song as a lot of people are. I do think that beat is gorgeous with that shimmering jazzy sample. I just think his rapping gets a lot better than what it was on Hitler 1. I think the two verses definitely had their bright spots, but I think he definitely gets a little bit more comfortable switching from Top of the Topic on later albums, especially around Hitler 3 and later. Do rock with the hook though a lot. This is Dear Winter Bloody Fiegs.
The cloth we was cut from is still loyalty. 12 gold slug, Chanel mask, you know it's me. I'll blow your fucking head off.
If somebody pull up on me with a Chanel mask, I'm gonna be pissed. You better not be robbing me because you clearly don't need it.
Drug money infectious, we whipping up extras. My man got killed for 2 pounds of mint. My kicks cost that, it hurt for me to see his kid.
Hey, he got killed for that CBD. That's that new mid.
Slide still got 4 lives left. 4 leaf me to the night checks. Ricardo, lemon squeeze. A lot of niggas never seen 18. My young boy favorite color stay green. 30 years
That's
on the
fire.
triple beam.
That's fire.
Broke the slot machines out of Medellin. I'm sniffing gunpowder. Lord, everything kosher. Shot 100 rounds, the whole hood woke up.
Another classic joint from the early Hitlers. For me, it's like vice versa because I really rock with the verse on the first part and I really rock with the beat on the second part. For the verses, I especially rock with that second half of the first verse where he started talking about Sly got 4 lives and he was talking about his homie favorite color is stay greens. That's a sick bar. The second bar had a really dope beat. That guitar and the really ominous nightmarish synth in the background. I think Westside Gunn's slow methodical flow matches the vibe of it, but it's not the best verse in the world. Still a pretty good song though. This is Hot Top Ricky. This is an explosive beat.
Hey yo, Ricky, shell catches on a stick. This look like a Lamborghini mint. All praises due.
There's just a lot of energy right now.
Walk a mile in my pews. Don't get shit confused. You boo, but you ain't that boo.
Man, that'd be different. That's a different kind of spooky. It's crazy how energetic the beat felt, even though the tempo was really slow and methodical, but the whole aesthetic of the beat was just dark. It felt like a movie score by somebody getting their body parts chopped up. A verse from Westside Gunn wasn't nothing crazy. I do like his emphatic delivery. He ain't say nothing wild on there or nothing, but still an enjoyable song. This is Shower Shoe Lords. I'm finna grab the mic and start singing.
I never gave a fuck, never will. Hit him 18 times, she did a windmill. Staring at the turquoise Maryland. Told my little nigga back
Love the
to his
luxury talk
house
right
evidence.
here.
40 in the watch, plain Jane, but it's still called 60. Ran up in the spot, stole bass, came
That's a
Biffy.
tough bar.
Bloodstained Persians, white bodies, got curtains. Texas jam, I just left this shit.
Could've told my story on Oprah, 60 minutes. How I earned plenty digits from risky business. What you know about a stick, gotta sit for Christmas. Wifey on shit, that bitch missing
That's tough for a
visits.
civil
Cause we was
rhyme.
stretching white like Richard Simmons.
That's
Caught a
tough.
case, then the nigga played the 5th Amendment. Yeah, you really need a black Glock, shells in a tank, yeah. The shit'll get uglier than Welvin the Great. These kids, I fell asleep with 50 grand in a locked apartment. That night, I had a dream like Dr. Martin.
That song one of them ones, man. A flawless sample flip. A really underrated verse from Westside Gunn. I think it gets overshadowed because how good Benny's verse is. But he was talking, man. The luxury talk. He was playing with syllables. It was descriptive, but hey, Benny was the star of the show, and that's one of his best verses I've ever heard from him. And just the way that he started with that 4th syllable talking about they could have put our story on Oprah 60 Minutes, but man, he had the memorable "It can get uglier than Welvin the Great" line. That I had a dream like Dr. Martin, and then him just describing in so much detail all those missteps and the way that the drug and street lifestyle affected his personal lifestyle. The verse is flawless, man. This is 100,000 Machine Gunz. That's a lot of Machine Gunz with Royce and Conway. It's 100,000. You're gonna need a lot more gun sounds on that. I want Westside Gunn to do a song where he just do the Machine Gun sound over the whole song. Like, he don't stop. It's going to be the most annoying song, but I feel like that's him staying true. That's what 100,000 Machine Gun should sound like. It should just be the Machine Gun sound. The whole song. He can rap, but you ain't going to hear what he's talking about.
100 round drum, more fire. I keep it on my jet. He got no priors, or he ain't glisten. Leave your brains missing. CBA whipping. Nigga face twitching. Bag of ace.
I feel like this flow don't really go with the beat. I feel like the verse is making fun
Running
of
through the bricks. Like you seen in that kitchen. It's sound about to go flip the shit. So Poppy, I'll be right back.
Not a bad flow. I just don't think it go with the beat. Why niggas singing? Why are niggas? I'm okay with people singing. It just don't need to be serious singing. Like, it need to be ironic that people are singing. This ain't Giveon on steroids.
Tattoos of my newborn son on my right arm by the song. I'm legendary like Iverson. Counting cash, splitting the pie with none. Never will I divide the sum. I'ma just forever be living to die by the gun. Black and white tuxedo, tuck ego, regal, Billy D though, touch cheese, so cerebral sneezes be like fuck me mo. That's right, I'm just getting started. I got sluts and they lined up for the win. I'ma be around here forever and the only thing falling off is my nut from a chin.
Took the ones, cap the island.
Alright, I forgive Royce for singing.
100,000 machine guns get found.
I'm about to unforgive him though. We ain't need to hear this twice.
I'm a legend, you missing the point. Ride through the hood with the stick in the Royce. I'm good when I visit Detroit. I pull up and kick it with Royce. Triple just hit me and said he got hoes. I can get any bitch of my choice. Nigga shot me and twisted my face, but it ain't do shit to my voice. These niggas.
And it was trying to throw away some really good verses from Royce and Conway. They really got into some creative flows. Westside Gunn got into some unique flows too, but it was just this beat did not go with the verses. The beat got repetitive with me too, but it was like it was a few beats too slow. Didn't match the energy of any of the three verses. It probably fit Conway's verse the best, but it still felt a tad out of place. I will say though, Royce had the best verse out of the three. The way he manipulated those syllables and manipulated his flows, it kind of had a spoken word type feel. I like the little clever wordplay he had mixed in. Conway's flows were really dope. It sounded like it would have fit better on a trap song. Westside Gunn had third best verse. You can call it a worst if you see the glass is half empty. I think it started a tad slow but kind of picked up on the tail end of it. But yeah, let's get into Dudley Boys. Let's get into something we know we like.
I peel steel shit like string cheese. River monsters playing on the big screen. I've been flicking knives since I was 15. I'm just a kid from Queens. Nothing don't mean shit to me. Victory. My life is like a breakfast at Tiffany's. M5 sounding like a symphony. Put your pussy right here so I can taste it.
Hey yo, shot him so quick I forgot to put my gloves on. Bullet sounded like a love song.
Yeah. Hey, sounded like Aunt Rosie's the greatest love song ever made.
Neighborhood track suits, but you ain't ran shit. Pistol whipped him so hard, fucked up his dandruff.
It was a trap by the Dudleys. And now a 3-on-1 assault.
Hey, that's how they was fighting Freddie Gibbs. Hey. But yeah, man, Dudley Boys is a sick song. The strings sound really elegant, and Action Bronson's aggressive flow is a stark contrast for it, and I think he fit the song perfectly. Westside Gunn had a great verse as well. So much grind packed into his smooth flow. This is Eggs.
What goes around comes around, that's why I got the commentary rap. The illest shit I seen in my life was in the facts. Drew J joggers gauge down the fucking leg. Whipping Yola looking like I'm cooking fucking eggs. I be fishing the Fisker, you know the richer. Muzzle on the baby tech, you can hear the bullets whisper. My pockets got more sauce than a shot steak. New York, my state. Check the Buffalo crime rate. Get real, niggas know the deal. Call like a field bucket on sugar hill.
Man, Eggs, in my opinion, is the coldest song on Hiller 2. The only issue I have with it is it's too short. He could have rapped for another minute or so. But yeah, the verse was sick. Every line gritty. The whipping Yola like I'm cooking eggs is fire. The bucket hat on like Sugar Hill. And then the rhyme schemes are really crisp throughout start to finish. Oh, and then the beat, just grimy. This is SummerSlam 88.
I'm more coke seller, less Coachella. No cut on my slabs, you niggas know better.
Coke seller, less
You can tell we
Coachella.
working by the porch light. Supply 350s with the orange stripe. The door flew off after one kick. We robbed everybody, we was on shit. Snatching bricks like Biombo. Fashion week, 10 coppers in the Diablo.
I have no idea why I haven't heard that line before. That's a pretty good line.
The GLE Benz was all gold. The bag full of text that all fold. Gold yard duffel with the Mighty Mouse. 4 bedrooms, that's a tiny house. I'm about to go.
Nigga, well, I'm in a teepee in that case.
Shopping, we gon' get rich if the O's locking. 100 round drums for you fucks. Beef with me, I wish you best of luck.
Alright, there ain't nothing y'all can say to convince me that this beat wasn't annoying. That song was only 2 minutes, but it was like a high 2 minutes. That song felt like 8 minutes long hearing that vocal sample looped up. Like, I get it's the style, but you can't just be looping every single sample that you hear. Solid verse on Westside Gunn. This is Gustavo poem. I pray to God that this is not just Keisha Plum doing poetry. We will skip straight to the next song. This is just Keisha Plum doing poetry.
Hey yo,
okay.
Word to the tiger on my Kenzo.
Okay.
Extendo got taking out the benzo. Christian died a jumpsuit proper though. The bitch stepped on my feelings, I should've shot the hoe. My homie laughed when he got 600 months. He ain't care, he ran to York from a bottom bump.
Love that line.
When draped over the pump was for lunch. Bro, every day he make money and yo. Bro, mom's a new stove, Lord, I killed that shit. Turn 1 to 3, Lord, I killed that flip. Spinning new revolvers. Prada trunks, Malibu waters. Pound try to break Cherry King Lola.
That's tough.
Put up on the curb, no top on it. I don't care what block you rapper, you getting shot on it. Whoa.
This is my time to. That's a gorgeous sample. I really think those chimes really set the beat off. Nah, I can't even say that. The whole sample is dope. 2 dope verses from Westside Gunn. I particularly like that second verse, especially how he started. A lot of quotable lines. Just the opener, he bought his mama a stove, turned 1 to 3, killed that flip. Like that. Don't matter what block you repping, you getting shot on it. Even though he lost a little bit of steam at the end, really route with that verse, but the first one was good too. The Keisha Plum poem is trash. I wouldn't forget that. This is Lord with El Camino.
I remember them nights, hoodied up, ratchets tucked.
I love how
Niggas
bare
knew what
this
it
beat
was. Come through looking suspicious, you catching the slug. We won't let you shoot first, that's a dub. Clap you just because. Raise up, the Lord couldn't have saved them. I just blazed them, had the razor in my jaw just to cut the raw shit.
This sample is crazy.
Hey yo, my nigga P.O. kept calling trying to piss him. Now he got another 5 years in the system. Got 3 kids, they don't even know the nigga. Be getting more shit, now he wanna poke a nigga.
Alright, solid verse from El Camino. I thought he had some pretty good descriptive lines, decent rhyme schemes. Westside Gunn, his verse was aight, like on the lower end of aight. He had his basic flows, 2-syllable rhyme schemes, kind of another day in the office type verse from him, nothing crazy. They did have a fire beat to rap over it. I love the gospel sample in there. I love how they use every part of that sample with the beat taking this little modulation, kind of a beat change, but I know it's the same sample in the chorus of the song. So production was dope. Okay rapping. This is Stoves.
Can't sleep cause the fiends banging. $150 left if she can't get. I got the best dope on the strip.
Bro, what is this sound?
So many ships sailed involved. Cooking with a mask on. PN gloves cause it's raw. Uncle sniffing coke out of straw. You ever gon' stop? He said nah. Selling all these bricks, we gon' ball. I might jump in the crowd, can't vlog, no money. This for my niggas playing.
Is that a muted horn?
So don't be bringing on one of those Mickey Mouse watches and trying to impress the world.
Alright, I think I listened to enough Sadu Gold to make an educated guess that that sample was muted horns making that weird sound. The beat grew on me. I thought it was weird at first, but I like the eclectic. I like how the beat had build up as well. The verse from Westside Gunn was just pure charisma. As far as technical rapping, it was nothing crazy, but the delivery, humor, charisma just oozing off of most of his lines. This is Dunks.
Hey yo, arm, leg, arm, head. Trash head, put the tech in his leg. The sucker heckling instead. His baby mom's got his head in the lap, screaming that he dead. I learned the politic, did it when the feds. Cherry ever seen his kids once. You fake niggas front. Poochie trench coat, everything new but the pump. 2K for the dunks, the SBs. Gianni swim trunks, some jet skis, through the gate.
Hold a
torch to the wax pipe. I'ma torch you a match strike. Before you a glass of yak splash the ice. My life's a roll of the crap dice. Blow the strap, plus I rap nice. Woo. Probably bring it to your doorstep. Had amigo rapping before Offset.
Run that back.
Probably went over your head. I said I had amigo rapping them before Offset.
That's tough.
Nigga, that's rapping
That's
up a
tough.
square. You rapping about the trap when you actually wasn't there. Rockin' first for the winner. I might put Fox on like 96 Jigger.
Still one of my favorite Westside Gunn songs to this day. That dark, daunting sample was a perfect sample for them to rap over. Westside Gunn's verse was sick, but I think it's another case where he had an excellent verse, but the brilliance of someone else's verse kind of overshadows his verse a little bit, because Conway's verse, nigga was on one. Hey, he went Super Saiyan right before he got into that I had amigo rapping before Offset line, which is a bar. But then the best bar of the entire song was that I might put Fox on like 96 Jigga, like the way he set it up with rockin' first for the winner, then the wordplay. Song is sick. This is Hall.
Hey yo, Buscemi's with the cages. Camel Valentino off the runway on the corner, serving work like a bank. Fiends falling out the sky for it. My pack's 10 apiece. Shot his baby mom's house and door shit was sweet. Whole team rockin' heavy schemes and McQueen. My nigga got it fresh 15 and McKean. Body dropping on the regular. My town ain't shit. Get money, get killed. Niggas scared to get rich. Look like somebody rolled all over the man's image. Rich white bitch. Out the six, sucking dick, speaking French. That's life for me.
Man, I always felt like Hall didn't get enough love off of Fly God. The beat is insane. That vocal sample is crazy. The strings on that sample is crazy. But Westside Gunn's rapping here, that might be his best verse on the entire album. It's some competition because he does some spitting on there, but you should know this nigga was finna turn up when the beat cuts out at the very beginning. But I love how rapid fire his delivery is. The technical side of it, the rhyme schemes were really good. He had the quotables. I especially love the niggas get money and get shot, niggas scared to get rich line. The imagery was vivid throughout. Just a tough song. I also didn't know that Rock Marciano made that beat until just now. But speaking of Rock Marcy, this is Rex Ryan with Conway and Rock Marcy. I know he could use other niggas' songs. This is cheating.
Like Bird, Magic, or something. Yeah, you know a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle.
Yo, this alternative intro is sick. With the bass creeping in first. Ooh, the beat already give me chills. I ain't have to add to it. Ugh.
The yak in my cup, the Mac is tucked. What? I'm sticky, I'm back to fuck up. I keep the blicky system, niggas clap.
Don't mess the song up now.
The wax had me gagging after one puff. I remember back it jumps up. Now it's a half of one stuffed in the trunk. I stack my funds up. Fuck. Only built Deodorus. I pull up with a bitch, they thought it was Rita off. My little head buster keep his tool ringing off. Got 2 bodies this summer, he said he needs some more. Highest grade marijuana, directly from the farmer.
That sound right there set the beat off.
Guess it was karma.
Hey yo, this the second coming of Christ. Herb like a flight jacket, Mac on sight. All red guy can show stump you to death. Yeah, you got designers, but you rocking it left.
You know the rules, let the jewels go smooth. They never should have sold you dudes Pro Tools. These old dudes let the hoes choose. Nigga, your shoes is overused. I hear the fat lady singing, that bitch can hold a tune. It's been said, I'm guarding the flesh. I had to show and prove.
Man, that's another one of the ones. Rex Ryan is probably my favorite Conway song, and it's up there for the best beats he's ever rapped on. The siren that drives the whole beat, or at least it sounds like a siren to me, is sick. Like this beat, this is another level of spooky. And then you had that extra layer of vocals, kind of adding a little bit of texture to the beat. The bass line sounded good. That weird sound that I have no idea what it is sounds amazing. And then Conway comes out of the gate just possessed. The yak in my cup, the Mac is tucked, what? That whole rhyme scheme, fire. I love the Only Bill Deodorus put up with a chick. They thought it was Rita Ora. The nigga snapped. The nigga snapped. He out-rapped Westside Gunn, which, you know, it happens. But he also out-rapped Rock Marcy, in my opinion, who also had a really fire verse. Yeah, Conway was just on one on that song. But yeah, I love the Rock Marcy feature. Westside Gunn brought it too. Everybody brought it. The song's just fire all around from start to finish. But Conway definitely set the tone. This is Bon Jovi, which I don't really know why it's on here.
Phenomenal rap, nigga, we rockin' those. Fill a blimp, duffel smell like Papados. Come they got shown. Drop heads, doing donuts, playing donuts. Told us stop looking pretty, bitch, roll up.
Griselda by Fashion
Buttons on the steering wheel, which one adjust the roof? Talking about my life, but what I say affect the youth. Every time
I forgot I like the beat switch.
Disrespect the neck of truth. I watch my wrist, catch the flu. Giuseppe shoe, electric blue. Movies like Tarantino.
Just kidding, I don't like the beat switch that much.
I just fuck with dough. You love these hoes like Benzino.
I just like
cocaine buying out.
I just like the verse.
Trying out.
Yeah, don't know how that made it on the mixtape. The production on that track is just way worse than I think any other song that's been on this mixtape, and every single song that's left on the mixtape too. The guitar, the keys just wasn't doing it for me, especially in the part of the beat where it was just the keys by itself. The beat switch was good because it got away from that not great beat, but even the beat that it switched to, the guitar sounded a little bit more like dynamic and lively, but it still wasn't a great beat. Benny's verse was pretty dope. He had a little rapid fire 3-syllable flow and rhyme scheme to match it. And like I said, Westside Gunn's verse wasn't bad, but yeah. This is Nasty remix, alright.
Hey yo, kiss my rosaries. Nasty. Face and pride of hosaries. Nasty. Shot the first 10 niggas I seen, so you know it's me. I'm in the cell reading Dutch. Nasty. Wipe the prints off, it's a must. 04 on the run. I'm big, small, Zella pun. My name Golden, nigga. Got your bitch open, nigga. Hit the kitchen like Nitro. Leg drop the brick like Hogan, nigga.
Westside Gunn's content in this verse was gritty. His slow, methodical flow emphasized the grittiness of each line, and I thought the really dark beat on the original track was as good as it got as far as the aesthetic of the production fit in the verse. But I think I might have rocked with the sample that DJ Lantern flipped a little bit more, and the drums were crisp. I like the texture that those guitar licks added. That was it. That was nasty, I meant. It was nasty. This is Eric B.
Term Judas for them Yeezy tools. Bell main biker shoot with no bikes. Zanotti's on half zip. Sharks on the Givenchy's who wanna swim. Gargle with blasters out the window. Fiends scrambling, I'm just dancing in my Kenzo. Poke the Enzo at crack spot mascots for more berry. Drug dealer dreams came true. Don't get your moms buried. Style best of all time when it comes down to this fly shit. I style my rhyme, crime, drive-bys, line for line, sick. Sporting June.
Yeah, that was tough. I might have spoke too early on Eggs because that was another standout off of Pillar too. But those racing arpeggiated pianos mixed over those simple but crisp boom bap drums, perfect pairing. Westside Gunn spazzed on his verses. I love the rapid fire flows, mostly talking about the luxury talk, but he mixed in that street talk too, and 2 fire verses. This is Mr. T.
Hey yo, Nike Max glow when I tiptoe. Fuck you mean I been dope. Half my shooters sniff coat. With no aim, you better get low. Attack my lettermans with a tech in it. Feet fuck niggas rope, don't put your neck in it. Do a nigga filthy for the right price. Don't Perry on the lobster and fried rice. One brick. All I need is one brick.
That sample is gorgeous. It might be the best sample that Westside Gunn has rapped over. The vocals, the keys, just phenomenal. Westside Gunn had a fire verse. That's also up there, probably a top 5 Westside Gunn song, if not top 3. Excellent song, man. This is Suedemutumbos.
While the Givenchy's don't make me take it off the leash. Suedemutumbos, rockin' niggas hopping out the Scaglietti. 20 chains over Christopher Kane, so watch your lane, Lord. Bosky the bone rain check. Coogee rapping my tape deck. Elegance, watch your element. Kate Spade, Jaeger face lemonade. Who thirsty? Niggas heard Rico when they skated.
Believe it or not, that's my most listened to song off of Hitler 1. I love the beat. That's actually a beat from Ghostface Killah off of Supreme Clientele. Can't remember what song, but I know it's off Supreme Clientele. They slightly sped up the tempo on it just a little bit, but I thought the verse from Westside Gunn was fire. And then on this version, they fixed the mix, and it was pretty hard to hear everything that he was saying on the Hitler 1 version, and they cleaned up the mix here. But I thought the rapping was dope. Almost all luxury talk. The Kate Spade, Jaeger face lemonade, who thirsty. Love that bar. Just a solid verse from start to finish, and I like when they do the pitch down vocals. So that was tough. This is Pissy Work.
Peace, Lord. I heard you back on the block. Lil Mel had to hear me, he was up in the spot. I had you red bottoms walking on eggshells, you got it? 6-car garage, all excited.
Boss off the jail, buses charted off the hell. That's why our daughters off the tell stories how they fathers fell. They put me over, riding dirty, booth to work, tossed the L12, call for back up in the dogs when he caught the smell. He entrust his words, we don't play around with. If you swing, then we gon' slide on some playground shit. And niggas be dead broke, trying to act like they us. How they just got in the game, trying to act like they us. When my whole team was up, trying to act like we broke. He want attention from them bitches or heat from them folks. Nah, you would never eat with a team full of dead weight. We don't trust bitches or believe niggas handshakes. Fiends in the staircase, bricks wrapped in red tape. Don't know what's coming first, Jack Boys or a Fed case.
This was the best joint off of There's God and There's Fly Guy. Praise both. I don't think this beat is anything crazy, but the verse from Benny the Butcher is different. I love the rhyme scheme that he opened up with. I think it was a 5-syllable rhyme scheme out the gate. And I love that line, the if you swing, we're going to slide on some playground-ish. That's different. And then I love how he spazzed out as the beat cut out at the very end of the verse. Westside Gunn's verse was solid. The beat was alright. But Benny was the star of that show for sure. Alright, let's wrap it up with Laura.
9-8, you wore Donna. I had denied the convent. First bitch to suck my dick with no hands. Yo, hit the store, I get the baking soda. My first stove in the mausoleum got you pink Gus in the great begin. You the one for me, the one for me. Bitch, look you in your eyes while you suck at me. Written all over your face. Be on the third by the way. Look at me, look at me. Stick got you hooked at me. Tat fly guard on your pussy, please.
Hey man, they be saying Griselda be scaring the females off. Come on, man. You start off with something like this, and then you wrap it up with Bergen or Kennedy. You know, the romantic joints. But no, what's on the end of the verse with? I love all the tracks that DJ Green Lantern has produced. Outside of Bon Jovi, I think he did a really good job of picking what songs made it on here. I like the small little touches of scratching that he added to certain songs, the Ric Flair skits that he added to certain songs, and I like the sequencing as well. You know, there's probably a couple songs that could have made it on here. The Cow probably could have been on here as far as how good it is, but I don't know if it would have fit with the vibe of this mixtape. Perfect Place probably definitely should have been on here from Roses Are Red and So Is Blood. But overall, great mix of songs. I like the new songs. Guns rapping on the new tracks wasn't crazy, but I love the production on every single one. Love revisiting a lot of these classics. Just a fun listen.